It's a season to remember for the Cooper football team. After years of close calls, the Hawks broke through to win a section title and advanced to the state playoffs for the second time in school history and first time in 25 years. A comeback win over Alexandria in the Class 5A quarterfinals has the Hawks in the Final Four for the first time. Cooper meets Mahtomedi indoors at US Bank Stadium on CCX Sports. Welcome indoors to US Bank Stadium for State Class 5A football, a semifinal matchup. It's the Cooper Hawks in the semis for the first time against the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, both coming in at 9-2 this season. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Joe Basil. And Joe, it's been quite a season for the Hawks here. Just the second time ever in the state playoffs. They gritted out a win over Alexandria last week, and now into the semis for the first time. It's something they've been aiming at, and now they're excited to be here.
Yeah, very much so, and almost hesitate to say it, maybe a little bit, almost kind of a team of destiny, really. And this will be a big step for them today, obviously, but just in all three phases have just done a really great job this year.
Mahtomedi's had a very strong program, and the last time these teams played, actually, they were in the same section for a brief period in 2014. Mahtomedi upset Cooper at Cooper, but obviously none of the current players were around for that. The coaches were. They do normally scrimmage before the season, so they're somewhat familiar with each other. This year that didn't happen, unfortunately, with the death of one of the Cooper assistants right on the eve of that scrimmage. So usually they would have seen each other. This year, not so much.
Right. And, the one thing I will say about both programs, Willie Howard and Dave Metzel, both solid programs, both very well coached. That'll be very apparent today. I had a experience when I was at St. Thomas Academy going up against Mahtomedi. Always very solid program there.
Well, we said Cooper last week beating Alexandria in the state quarterfinals. It was not easy at all for the Hawks. They came out a little bit slow in that one. Alexandria marched down the field, scored on the very first drive, and on this touchdown pass here to their outstanding receiver, Tristan Hoskins. And coming back, Cooper gets a touchdown to tie it up on the throw from Joe Russell to Terrence Matthews, but then on the ensuing kickoff, bounces off a player, Hoskins picks it up, runs into a teammate, and then all of a sudden gets around the edge. He's gone 88 yards. So it's 17-7 Alex at halftime, but then Cooper coming back strong in the second half. Russell taking it in on the bootleg there, and then they eventually, once the snow started falling, they got a fumble recovery deep in Alex territory, and Andre Reese punched it in as they end up getting the victory 21-17 in a very hard-fought contest to move them into this semifinal, which is the first semifinal. As on the other side of the bracket, it is a great matchup too with Rogers against Mankato West, and then the winner, of course, playing Saturday. Winners playing in the Prep Bowl on Saturday. Well, Joe, we looked at some highlights a moment ago, and we saw Joe Russell doing some good things for the Cooper Hawks at the quarterback slot. Unfortunately, late in that game, he was injured, and so he is not available for the Hawks this afternoon, and we're going to see Jackson Howard, their outstanding tight end and defensive end, moving over to play quarterback. Coach Willie Howard, Jackson's dad, said it's not going to affect us. It's a little hard to believe. I know Jackson is capable, but obviously missing Joe Russell is not going to be a great thing for Cooper.
Well, and as we're standing here looking at those highlights, I'm thinking the very same thing. Number 7 was obviously very key in that Alexandria game. They won't have number 7 today, and we'll see if Jackson Howard can step up. Now, we did hear, I believe, that possibly Camden Royal will be in the lineup, so that'll take some of the sting out of it a little bit. But you're right, that was a dogfight when we were there last week against Alexandria. One area that we probably don't talk enough about is Cooper's defense. And I think Cooper's defense today is really, really going to have to step up in the absence of Joe Russell.
Now let's talk about key players to look at in today's game, and one of the many that have had really good seasons for the Hawks, David Connors, and he's a guy that will be playing both as a receiver and defensively, and he's certainly had an outstanding year. He's headed to Illinois State, and you see near approaching 1,000 yards receiving, which in a high school length season is pretty impressive.
Such a playmaker, and we've been fortunate enough to do 2 or 3 of their games, and we've seen him return kickoffs. One of those games, if you remember, it had a heck of a stock block on a run by, I believe it was Camden Royal. So that young man he really is one of those do-it-all kind of players.
Mahtomedi, a very physical offense. Jordan Hull is one of their guys that's a great athlete and a guy that obviously Cooper's going to have to keep an eye on. They'll probably see a pretty heavy dose of him today.
Mahtomedi over the years, Jay, has hung their hat on just being a bang kind of offense. They line up in the I formation. They'll run the fullback periodically, but they'll run that tailback at you and just hammer you. And then every so often go play action when you're creeping up a little bit and surprise you a little bit.
All right, should be an entertaining contest here. Again, the winner goes to the Prep Bowl. It's Cooper and Mahtomedi, Class 5A semifinal football coming up here on CCX. And welcome back here to US Bank Stadium as we get set for this first semifinal. Cooper in white. We haven't seen them in the visiting jerseys at first. Kind of a little different look. Leo Garcia will kick off. Waiting back deep for Mahtomedi. Gunnar Woods is the deep back, and he is flanked by Jonathan Harvey and also Nicholas Beersdorf. Going to put it on the ground, and it'll be fielded on a knee at the 40-yard line. The Zephyrs will have great field position here. As we've seen most of the year, that Cooper doesn't necessarily like to boom the ball deep. They're looking to keep the ball on the ground. Not necessarily an onside kick, but just to make it a little difficult to handle. But really good field position here for the Zephyrs as their sophomore quarterback, Charlie Brandt, will lead them out.
I watched a little film on Charlie this week, Jay, and he conducts himself a little more mature than just a sophomore quarterback. Spins the ball pretty well. It's like we said, they want to run it first if possible.
First down handoff goes to Hull, and he'll pick up about 5 there off left tackle.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that play quite a bit. Going back to that kickoff, Jay, I'm almost wondering if maybe they were going to try an onside there and maybe he just kind of missed it. I'm not sure. You normally wouldn't want to set up your opponent with that great field position going in, starting the game.
A second and about 5 here for the Zephyrs. First possession of the contest. Going to go with the toss back to Hull this time. And he's knocked down. Zerbis helping to finish him off after first contact there for Cooper came from Nehemiah Ponder, or Nemo Ponder as they call him. Be a 2-yard gain for Hull, so leave them with third down and a couple, or 3.
Nice job by Cooper's D closing on that play, because the fullback from Mahtomedi really had a nice kick-out block there, but then the rest of the cavalry for Cooper closed down the running back.
Brandt will go to the fullback this time, and he is stuffed. Nice job up front by the Hawks as Deshaun Ricks coming up strong there to meet Rohrer.
Cooper had 9 guys in the box there, Jay, so probably at some point Mahtomedi is going to have to loosen him up a little bit here. But looks like Jordan Hull is in punt formation, huh?
Connors waiting back deep, a high snap. Oh, Dante Williams just about got there. Hull gets it out, and it'll take a pretty decent bounce for the Zephyrs down to around the 22-yard line. So now we will get our not very first look ever at Jackson Howard as a quarterback, but first time running the show, and obviously not the time that you wanted this to happen. He'd been a quarterback in the the 9th, 10th grade seasons, and has done. We saw him running a little Wildcat stuff earlier in the year as well, and obviously a super great athlete, super smart kid. He's got a lot of experience, but still, it's a tough ask to put a guy in the state semifinals in that spot.
Tough deal. Of course, he's got Camden Royal right to his side there, which helps.
And Royal takes this first handoff. There is a flag down on the play. This one might be coming back as Royal picked up close to 8 on this play, but let's see if this is going to stand. Cooper was kind of plagued by penalties last week.
And I wasn't sure. I thought I might have seen a possible face mask.
Face mask on the defense, number 48. 5-yard penalty, the end of the run, first down.
So that'll be a first down for Cooper as they tack it on to the end of the run. So Camden Royal, they sat him out last week. He got injured early in that Armstrong game. And obviously, he's close to 1,500-yard rusher. And another flag down here.
Procedural, I think, Jay.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. First down.
We kind of saw this in the game that John and I did last night. You know, that both teams have to get the kinks out a little bit. It's a big stage, and the lights are bright, and so they'll eventually get it worked out.
Make it a 1st and 15 now, back to the 28. Handoff going to Royal there, and he'll pop forward for about 4.
Yeah.
Give to number 6, Camden Royal.
Look at the starters here, and again, Cooper had a pretty similar lineup for most of the year, and now some injuries rearing their head late. But as Joe said, getting Camden Royal back helps to ease the sting a little bit of losing Joe Russell.
It does. They got to be very happy about getting Camden back in the starting lineup.
Royal with the run here, and a nice stop in the open field there for Caden Donahue for the Zephyrs. And he'll stop him after a pickup of a couple, so going to leave Cooper with a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 8.
Yeah, could be the first time they put it up. We'll just have to see, Jay. I would think if they do put it up, they're probably going to give him potentially kind of a safe throw here, safe pass. Wouldn't be surprised to see something with Camden Royal coming out of the backfield. Quick throw to the side.
Howard's going to get it out in the flat, but it is dropped. Pager unable to haul that one in, so Cooper will be forced to punt.
Pager was the intended receiver.
Got one first down, but
incomplete. 4th down.
Well, I can tell you one thing: Jackson Howard can definitely spin the ball pretty well, Jay. He got the ball out there. That can be a dangerous pass if you just kind of slow play it out there. You got the ball out there in a hurry. Just unfortunately went incomplete.
Williams is the punter. Woods comes up to take it at the 33 and then got a good block. He gets to the edge. Little spin move, and he is into Cooper territory at about the 41-yard line. Nice return there by Gunnar Woods, and they had 2 deep safeties too, and they worked well together on this one as the block helps this one out.
Yeah,
not there, but on the up front of it.
Right, exactly. And and I think Gunnar rarely comes off the field. A lot of times he'll play wide receiver as well as D-back. And what I liked about that, kind of right away he went north south and then kind of hit the edge a little bit.
Brandt throwing, it's complete. he's able to hook up there with Ethan Loss. Gain of about 8.
I think Loss is maybe his favorite receiver, Jay, so we'll probably be seeing that nice little hitch pattern, picking up 8 on the first down. Offensive coordinators love second and short like this.
Handed off there. It's Biersdorf in the backfield, and he will easily pick up the first down there.
Yeah, giving Jordan Hull a little bit of a break here, huh? Biersdorf rambling for the first down, or rumbling for the first down. Yeah, Gunner was back in the game now.
So at the 28 of Cooper here, Zephyrs looking to strike first here, their second possession of the game. Biersdorf is the tailback again. Gonna go to the fullback, and the ball was dropped, but the Zephyrs will get on it as Brandt able to recover that one.
Yeah, they were trying to set up. They were trying to set up a power to the left over there, but then the ball got mishandled, and fortunate to recover it. They had their power play set up to go towards the Cooper defensive right side, Jay. We got 2 wides down the near sideline here.
Brandt will go back with the toss. Biersdorf broke one tackle, and then Ricks coming out to finish him there.
Yeah, nice job by Biersdorf coming in. I'm looking down at the sideline here. I see number 7, Jordan Hull. Doesn't look like he's in bad a shape or anything. Maybe they just want to give Biersdorf a couple of snaps.
Yeah, and they looks like subbing fullback and tailback at the same time. This may be something that they're kind of accustomed to doing. Obviously, we don't see Mahtomedi on a regular basis or at all, for that matter, throughout the season. But
right. And this offense, they bang you.
Oh, wide. Josh Gonley coming up to stick Biersdorf. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down here for Mahtomedi. Gonley meeting this one. Actually, 2 guys. Ponder was there too, and Gonley just stepped in. Mahtomedi did not get that one blocked up.
Well, Gonley just flew to the ball, didn't he, on that one? And just kind of missile-like right to the tailback.
So 4th down and 5 here for Mahtomedi. See if they'll look to go to the air again here, and we have a timeout taken by the Zephyrs.
Mahtomedi calls their first timeout.
Yeah, Coach Metzel not liking. I didn't get a chance to look at the time clock. I don't know if that was kind of running down away from him as well, Jay, or maybe he just didn't like the play call and the defense that Cooper had out there.
See, Mahtomedi has won a state title and been a runner-up. They've obviously had a more extensive playoff history than Cooper in terms of being in the state tournament. But you have to point out a little bit, too, that for a lot of those years, Cooper was in the biggest class. Obviously, both these teams are in 5A, which is the second biggest. But for a lot of years, Cooper's path was going to be going through the big dogs, the heavyweights. And obviously, there's a lot of good teams in Class 5A or 4A and all that, too. But, they faced a more challenging route to state for a good portion of their history. Let's put it that way.
Right, exactly.
Be 4th down, about 5. Willie Howard, I think, telling his players to watch for the hard count, and he's also telling officials if he goes real heavy on the head bob. Here's Brandt, little play action, throwing, and a nice grab. Throw was not perfect, but Ethan Loss, kind of a one-handed snag of that one.
Wow, that's that was quite a snare, and just snaring it right out of the air. That's one-handed, I believe, wasn't it, Jay? I mean, yeah, there we go. Yeah, just
really
pulled
nice
it right
catch.
in. Yeah, Loss is his favorite guy, and I can see why.
Yeah, you'll get some more balls thrown your way if you come up with one like that. That was a heck of a catch. Not too bad a coverage. So 1st and goal from the 9 now for the Zephyrs. Biersdorf off the left side, fighting toward the end zone, just short. Reese hanging on to him inside the 1.
Basically just big on big blocking there, drive blocking by the left side of Mahtomedi's, just kind of down, kick out kind of situation.
Yeah, they got just enough of Gonley too, a little chip on him there to slow him up getting out to that. So it'll be 2nd and goal now for the Zephyrs.
Oh, now they're going split back here, Jay, and sneak.
And Brandt will power forward, looks like he's in, yes. Touchdown Mahtomedi as Brandt able to push it in. They were just looking to drive that ball in, and the Zephyrs will strike first.
Quite a push by the interior line there, Jay, and just kind of bounced Cooper's defense back there, and big push by the inside and interior of that Mahtomedi line.
Joseph Heinz, the kicker. Brandt is the holder, as they'll try and tack on the extra point here. And it's one of the things the Cooper coaches were talking to their kids about this week, is that Mahtomedi's got some size, and if you're not ready to buckle that chin strap, they'll look to run you right over. As the extra point is good there from Heinz. So with 4:08 to go here in the first quarter, it's Mahtomedi on the board first. That 4th down, spectacular one-handed grab by Ethan Loss, helping to set up that sneak for the quarterback Brandt, and it's 7-0 Zephyrs.
Yeah, because that was a 4th down play, wasn't it, Jay? And 4th and 5, as I recall. Yeah, big grab by Loss. And well, we'll see how Cooper responds here.
Heinz will kick it off. Connors and Keith Piero waiting deep.
I know who I would kick it to, but we'll see if Mahtomedi's been watching any kind of film here, or see what kind of scouting effort that they come through. They're playing up, so they're kind of expecting maybe a ground ball or kind of a pooch kick here, Jay, I think.
Ooh, he's going to get his leg into this one. Heinz driving it 5 yards into the end zone. That's an impressive boot.
That was.
So Cooper will have it at the 20, their 2nd possession. Again, Jackson Howard, their outstanding tight end, defensive end, playing quarterback today after an injury to Joe Russell, the 3-year starter for the Hawks. Gosh, you feel for somebody, they worked all these years, they have such a great career, and then not able to play here this afternoon. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Injuries are part of football too.
They are. It's part of the game. And not only his athletic ability, but his leadership too at the quarterback spot too. They're going to miss that.
Here's Andre Reese taking the handoff here, lowers the shoulder and will pick up a couple. Reese got extensive use last week in that Alexandria game, and he ended up scoring the go-ahead touchdown. There's a look at Joe Russell. Got headphones on there, and I'm guessing he's not listening to music. I'm guessing he's listening in on these play calls. And I talked with him earlier this year about how in tune, how closely he's worked with Tony Patterson, their offensive coordinator and assistant head coach, or co-head coach, I guess it is. And he's, I think, listening in and probably helping out. There's a flag down on the play. Howard going deep and overshoots everyone on that one as he was looking for Connors. Well, let's see what this flag's all about.
Flag came out fairly early too, Jay. Going back to Reese, we, as you said, we saw him extensively in the Alexander game, and I really thought somewhat his performance, he did a great job of slashing and gashing in that Alexandria game. Reese did a very nice job running the football.
Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
So an illegal shift, which that penalty declinable, as we heard, and so since it was a long incompletion and it'll be 3rd down, Mahtomedi says that will take the down rather than the 5. Howard showing off arm strength there. However, too much arm strength. That one was about 10 yards over everyone's head.
He definitely juiced that one, didn't he? I mean, it was an impressive throw. And as I said, I think they might have to gear that back a little bit, come underneath. Connors is such a good route runner.
Howard looking at sideline and incomplete. And a little slow to get up. He landed on his shoulder. I think this is Dante Williams. It looked like he might have landed hard on his shoulder or side there, but he does get up.
Yeah.
And it'll be an incompletion. Williams is the punter too, and it looks like he's going to hopefully try and stay in as you get another look.
Yeah, he's walking a little gingerly off the field, isn't he? And Dante Williams is, as we've said on a couple of our previous telecasts, just a complete football player, Jay. Good on both sides of the ball, actually probably all three phases.
He is going to come out, so Connors will do the punting instead. Woods back deep along with Bomert.
Yeah, Gunnar Woods, nice return last time.
So Connors, a left-footed punter. Wow, charging up is Woods aggressively to grab that one. Breaks a tackle. And so injuries maybe hurting Cooper a little bit again there as you had to go back up punter. Connors maybe not quite as strong a leg as Williams, and a gutsy return. Woods came charging up about probably 15 yards to field that one, and I think everybody was caught off guard. He was at full speed on the run as soon as he caught it.
That's a real punt returner right there, Jay, and someone that really likes what he's doing and really good at it. A little bit of a bobble there, but wow, he just had the momentum going north-south. I like what we're seeing, Gunnar Woods' special team so far.
Timeout taken here by Cooper, and obviously Dante Williams getting banged up. He's a regular on the defensive side too, and I think that might possibly have something to do with this stoppage. Is not sure everything, and Willie Howard right now I think a little frustrated. We got things not going as anticipated here early on. They trail at 7-0, 3:13 to go here in the first quarter in our State Class 5A semifinal.
Yeah, and I'm sure Willie is also saying, you know, it is a next man up mentality, but you start kind of chipping these guys off, and the bench gets pretty short.
Cooper's defense put in a tough spot here as Mahtomedi will take over at the 28-yard line. They really rose to the occasion, as you said, Joe, in that win against Alexandria. And I asked one of the guys this week, and they agreed that it probably was their best defensive game of the season.
I really think so. Yeah, I thought about that this week. You know, their defense really did rise up in Alexandria and really stifled Alexandria, I thought.
Handoff going to Hull. Ricks wrapping him up after a pickup of a yard or two.
Yeah, kind of really into the heart of that Cooper D, and not making much money there. But they do that, you know. They'll do that. They'll bang, bang, bang inside, and maybe, you know, try to get the edge, or maybe put the ball up a little bit.
Second down and long. It's the Rohrer and Hull combination back in there at fullback and tailback. Going to run option to the right. Brandt, the late pitch back to Hull, and he's driven back. Eventually brought down by Gonley there.
Yeah, option to the short side of the field there, and Cooper has the advantage of actually kind of using the sideline as an extra defender here, Jay.
Williams came up and gave him that little shoulder shot. Didn't quite knock him out, but then Gonley able to finish him off.
Right.
Gain of about 3 on the play, so we got 3rd and 7.
I think that shoulder shot will work in that particular situation, but Jordan Hull out in space, you're probably going to want to, you know, spiff up your tackling technique a little bit.
Brandt looking to throw, almost intercepted, but then it's caught by Loss. It was tipped by Connors, and then Loss stayed with it and will make the grab for the Zephyrs. They get the bounce there.
Sorry, Jay, it had interception written all over it, didn't it? I mean, yeah, it was right there, and yeah, as we saw last night in the Maple Grove game, you know, the ball sometimes will bounce your way, and this time it bounced Mahtomedi's way for sure. Literally bounced their way.
So Zephyrs have it 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of Cooper now after the near miss. Connors got his hands on it but couldn't reel it in. Brandt looking to throw again. Diving try and a nice grab. Able to haul that one in was Quinn Wallach. And that'll be about a 5-yard gain.
I know we don't have, yeah, there we go. I almost thought he might have trapped this one, Jay, but I guess we'll...
Close. He kind of caught the back end of the football there, if you will, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah. But, and John reminded me last night, I guess they do have replay in the state semis and in the prep bowl.
Hull breaks an arm tackle, spins through another, and the ball comes out late. Let's see, it's going to be ruled a touchdown as Hull apparently had crossed the goal line before the ball comes out, and Hull will get a touchdown.
Yeah, a couple of spin moves and broken tackles there, and he hits pay dirt. Almost coughed it up there, though.
Hull getting congratulations there, as I think we may be getting what you were referring to here. This play might be under review.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was last 2 minutes or you know, you can call for it. I don't know how many challenges each coach has. I really just don't know that.
I don't believe it's a challenge situation here in the...
Okay, they're just going to review it. I think he crossed the plane, but then kind of dribbled it, coughed it up a little bit afterwards after he got hit there.
The current play is under review.
Yes,
Yeah, there we go.
correct in that.
Well, once this thing gets sorted out one way or the other, we're definitely going to find out, or Cooper's going to find out a lot about themselves here, huh, in terms of adversity and starting of this game.
There's the booth where they're reviewing. Well, and then it would get to be interesting too. It isn't so much just touchdown or not touchdown, then it becomes, is it a fumble?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Just want to see if he breaks the plane here.
You see, he's reach. Oh, I'm not so sure. That ball might have been out before he crossed
close,
the goal line.
Yeah.
But then the next question is, it a clear recovery by Cooper or either team there?
Right. That was close. That really was close. He kind of lost possession there, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. He lost it slightly earlier than I first thought. So this is
same here.
This is a good call to review it at least, because it was not very clear cut on that one whether it was going to be good or no good.
So the white hat must have a direct line here, huh? Right to that booth that we saw him.
Well, there's an official out on the field, I think. So no, I don't believe he can directly talk to them.
Okay. Oh yeah, the gentleman in the vest there, huh?
And he may be able to come over and, yeah, little walkie-talkie or cell phone usage there. Oh yeah, it's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
We'll hear what they say.
After review, the ball was fumbled into the end zone. There was dual simultaneous possession. By rule, the offense is granted the ball. The result of the play is a touchdown. Next play is extra point at the 3.
So
Dual possession.
in a way, they won ruled a fumble, but that's why I was saying that it wasn't, extremely clear cut on the recovery part of it either.
Jordan Hall, sighs of relief for there, Jay, as he was pacing up and down the sideline.
It always makes me nervous when I'm thinking about, Vikings, Gophers, and that too, when people reach the ball out to try to get to the goal line, because that can happen.
I agree.
There's the extra point up and good by Heinz. So with 27 seconds left here in this first quarter, after a delay to review that one, it is ultimately ruled a touchdown for Mahtomedi. They lead at 14-0.
No, I agree with you, Jay. Frankly, it's something I never coached. That I think you just actually, when you get that close to pay dirt, I think it's probably a good idea to put another hand on the ball. But I'm probably a little bit old school about that. But.
There you see it come loose. Then you see, I guess you could certainly make the case that they both had the ball equally there, which ultimately tie goes to the offense is kind of how you'd call that.
Yeah. Football's version of tie goes to the runner, huh? In baseball. Well, we'll see if he sure had an explosive kick last time, Jay. We'll see what happens this time. They're still kind of playing up here.
Heinz drilling this one very deep into the end zone again. Wow. That is a kicker that I got to believe some colleges will be looking at and say, we got something we could work with there, a guy that can put that ball. And obviously it isn't because he's got a strong wind at his back or anything here inside either.
No, we got pretty climate-controlled conditions. And, that's really something that sometimes goes a little bit unnoticed. What a boost for your defense, Jay, to set up Cooper 80 yards away.
And not have to worry about, Connors breaking one or somebody.
Exactly.
So 1st and 10, here's Royal taking the handoff, and he is stopped immediately there. Nice tackle by John Paul Johnson for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, J.P. Johnson coming in, just stuffed that immediately because, as we know, Camden Royal, you get him out in space, and he's a handful.
Okay, 2nd and 10.
And that looks like it'll be the last play of the opening quarter. Not the start Cooper had in mind here. Our score after one, Mahtomedi 14 and Cooper nothing. The second quarter is up next here in the state semifinals on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here, US Bank Stadium, site of the semifinals and finals in all the classes here in Minnesota high school football. And what a beautiful facility here as the Zephyrs from Mahtomedi leading Cooper 14-0 after the opening quarter of play. Cooper trying to get some offense going here on their third possession. Again, their quarterback Joe Russell injured in that quarterfinal win over Alexandria, not dressed today. So Jackson Howard, the tight end / defensive end extraordinaire, getting some work at the quarterback spot today. 2nd and 10, Howard will throw. Has the completion to Connors, trying to break away there, and he is wrapped up. He'll have a gain of about 5, maybe 6.
Thought it was a nice ball by Jackson Howard, very, very accurate. And with a little bit of zip on it, and definitely getting it to the right guy there, Jay. And I don't really think at this point, it's so early. Cooper doesn't need to throw the game plan away. I mean, you got Camden Royal back. Jackson Howard seems to be handling it pretty well so far. We haven't seen Jackson Howard run the ball yet. Handoff
goes to Royal, and he is stuffed for no gain. And it'll bring up presumably another punting situation there as Johnson got through to knock him down again.
And J.P. Johnson is kind of becoming a force in there, and we're starting to call his name a little bit.
Dante Williams is well enough to be back punting this time. Last time Connors had to take the kick after Williams was shaken up when hitting the ground hard on a pass attempt.
If you can directionally kick away from Gunner, I would. They were able to do it.
Beaumont picking it up, breaks a tackle there. He's got a little speed too.
Yes,
Paid the price at the end as Ponder drives him to the turf, but he is once again, and you start to look at where these drives are starting for Mahtomedi. Boy, field position has been huge in this first half.
Right, and it actually all starts, I think, back. We were talking about the place kicker, Heinz. For it all kind of starts there. Of course, Cooper needs to get a couple of first downs to flip the field here, but it all kind of starts with Heinz, puts him at the 20-yard line.
Let's look at the starters offensively on the right side for Mahtomedi and Cooper defense on the left. So they'll have it at the Hawks 45, already leading it 14-0 early in the second quarter. Biersdorf on the counter is wrapped up and thrown down to Sean Ricks, having himself a pretty solid game already here for Cooper. That'll be a loss of about 3.
Yes, he did. First time we've seen the counter play by Mahtomedi. Not sure if it'll be the last. I know it's kind of one of their trademark plays. They love to run counter, and of course power, blast, trap. But yeah, Ricks is definitely making his presence felt.
Arlenson, the fullback, Biersdorf at tail as they've continued to rotate series. Gonna go reverse this time. Woods taking the handoff, and Woods run down. The ball comes out, and a big scramble for it here. Looks like Cooper may have it.
I think Connors might have got in there and kind of grabbed it away.
Yeah, he caused the fumble. Oh, it's recovered by Woods. He was able to get it back.
Wow. Definitely a few fumbles in this game so far. Yeah. Yeah, the jet sweep by Gunner. He's got some quickness. First time we've seen the jet sweep, and it was a good one, good play.
You see Connors with the tackle. The ball was well out early, and then on the scramble under. Oh yeah, there's Woods. He got to it and turned over, and just was able to keep possession. So 3rd and short now for Mahtomedi. Grant trying to sneak it forward. Well, he'll be awful close.
He'll be very close. I think they got a little bit of a push right at the end with Charlie Brandt. I think he's got the first down. Well, we'll see where the spot is.
Yeah, it does look like he's gotten it just the nose over the 35, which I think should be enough. We got an injured Hawk down, unfortunately. Looks like it might be Ricks.
Well, that would hurt.
So they were going to bring the chains in, but they got to hold off because the injured player is obviously, you don't want to be stepping around or over him to get out to the ball there. And he's had a very good start to this game too.
Yes,
Looks like he's able to get to his feet anyway. Ricks had been banged up earlier this year too. You see Brandt kind of sneaking in between there, and Ricks, hard to tell exactly what happened. He was a little bit off to the right of that, I think.
Yeah, he might have got a tiny favorable spot there. I'm not sure. It's hard. It's hard when you look at the scrum like that.
Well, that tells you they got some confidence in their O-line when it's, yeah, it is a first down. When you've got, 3rd and 2, 2.5, and you quarterback sneak.
I know that. Early on when he scored the touchdown, they had great push, I thought, and yeah, you're right. They really, really trust that O-line is going to drive block the other side. Charlie Brandt really, as I said before, watching film, he handles himself like a senior.
Timeout taken here by Mahtomedi.
Second timeout this half.
That's their second, I believe, isn't it, Jay?
Yes, it is. So Zephyrs again looking maybe not sure of everything as they came to the line right there. Ricks, I think it was looking like contact lens. That's not why he was down entirely, but it looked like that they were possibly dealing with that as an issue as well.
Yeah, and of course they need to get him back in the game ASAP.
Yeah,
right?
he's definitely got a contact lens issue there.
Yeah, he's quite the force.
And as a longtime contact lens wearer, some people might just say, well, just take it off, no big deal. I don't know. If you're used to seeing them with one way and all of a sudden you can't, you want to have that back in there, and they're trying to get that squared away.
You bet.
So 9 minutes to go in the second. 1st and 10 now for the Zephyrs at Cooper's 35, trying to build on a 14-0 lead. Grant looking to throwing it up deep for loss and incomplete. Reese did a good job of kind of making him move around him there. He had good position, and I don't think enough for it to be a flag, but he was in the way basically. And they had to go around him.
Yeah, did a great job of rerouting the receiver.
Yes,
as we say.
that's the word I was looking for, Joe.
Yeah. The other thing I'm noticing a little bit too, Jay, and we'll see if Mahtomedi comes back to it, the Cooper cornerbacks are playing pretty soft out there.
Beersdorf will pick up about 5 up the middle there. Tony Colley on the stop for Cooper.
Beersdorf has picked up some nice yardage in this game so far, hasn't he? I mean, he's kind of a slasher inside there.
35 and 30.
So we got a 3rd down and 5 here for the Zephyrs. Cooper trying to get a stop and get off the field. It seems like Mahtomedi's had the ball almost the entire game.
That's for sure, and the quarters are flying by.
Beersdorf takes a hit but stays on his feet. Connor is able to finish him, but not until he gained the 1st down. Boy, he ran through some very solid contact there to pick up that 1st down.
He really did. Those Mahtomedi backs, and again, I'm not surprised, Jay. They just keep churning, keep the legs moving. Yeah, Beersdorf, good job. And I agree with you. It's not as if, Cooper is. I didn't really see an arm tackle there. They're hammering him pretty good, and he just keeps going forward, running behind his pads, as they say.
1st down now at the 23. Brandt will hand it off to Beersdorf. Got a nice kick out block. Ball is loose, and once again the Zephyrs will get the recovery, as they've got a horseshoe in their pocket a little bit too. As Loss able to get to that one. So 3rd time they've fumbled, but not lost him.
Yeah, the bounces are definitely going their way so far.
See the ball ripped out.
Wow.
And there's Loss, just like that was his assignment on the plate, was to jump in and recover that one.
Just how they drew it up, right, Jay?
Exactly. A little early movement there by the Zephyrs. They weren't quite all
full start, number 63,
snap count there.
5-yard penalty.
A little
1st down.
half beat behind, so that'll be a 5-yard mark off.
This is not maybe a huge thing, but I'm kind of intrigued a little bit how the Zephyrs get the plays in from the sideline. It almost looks like they're taking a team picture, and they got a couple guys wig-wagging the call in. Pretty interesting there. Really shows their discipline, I think, each and every play.
Back to the 17 now, 1st and 15 for Mahtomedi. Going to go with the toss out to Beersdorf down that sideline, makes a cut, breaks a tackle, stepped out. Will be short of the 1st down. He paid the price at the end, but he was out of bounds at about the 4.
One thing I'm noticing a little bit, Jay, when the game first started, Cooper was really loading the box, 8-9 guys in the box. That time, not so much. So we'll have to kind of take a look at that as it evolves here.
Be 2nd down and a yard here for the Zephyrs.
They actually need to get rolling here, or they're going to have to call another timeout or take the penalty.
And they are indeed going to use another timeout.
Timeout. Mahtomedi, last timeout of this half.
A little bit, when I was coordinating the offense, it's always interesting, you know, sometimes you'll have someone in your ear saying, well, maybe Baz, you should run this right. And I always have quick to remind people, I've got 25 seconds to get the play in. And so...
yeah, I mean, you really almost have to be calling it basically as the ball's being spotted from the previous play, or at least
really
have in mind what you want to call.
No, you really do. Yeah, you really do. And of course, sometimes when you're in NASCAR mode, as they call it, and going fast, it's not that big of a factor. But in Mahtomedi's case, they're not really a go fast kind of team. You know, they're huddling up and calling, but yeah, you got to get that play in, get them up to the line, get them going. They're definitely riding Beersdorf here, aren't they, Jay? I mean, they're definitely riding that horse in this series. What a luxury for Mahtomedi to be able to, platoon their I formation backs.
Brandt looking to run it, and he is wrapped up and thrown down hard there by big Caden Dorsey, 305-pounder. That one didn't look very smooth from the start. It looked like it was going to be an option to the left, and Brandt immediately ran into one of his blockers and just never really got himself going. And then once Dorsey gets a hold of you, probably not going to get away there.
No, he's not going to. And I've been kind of watching for Dorsey to kind of start making his presence felt a little bit in the center of that Cooper defense.
Again, it's not a goal-to-go situation. They can get a first down at the 2, so they're facing 3rd and 2. Brandt fakes the handoff, rolling right. Now he'll loft it up, and it is complete for the touchdown. So he hits Ramsey Morrell.
Yeah, almost looked too easy, Jay. Morrell kind of, I think from his tight end position, just kind of slipped into the secondary. A little bit of a chair route in the back of the end zone. And it's compressed down there too, so many times it can favor the defense down there, but he was wide open.
I think it's a good job design-wise to not have other guys mucking it up there for Mahtomedi. They left him a lot of space to work with.
They did. Yeah, they did.
Heinz on for the extra point. He's got plenty of leg, and it is good. 6:01 to go here in the second quarter, and Mahtomedi dominating this one, leading it now 21-0.
Here we go. Brandt, nice job rolling out here, and yeah, I don't think they had a lot of guys out in the route here. Just kind of maybe a single person route.
And that's the thing, when they run the ball as well as they do, I mean, your first priority has to be able to
stop the
block
run.
that middle up a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And Brandt did a nice job of kind of floating it in, a nice touch, I thought, on that one. Because the D-back was actually in front of Morrell, but he's kind of floated over his outstretched hands. Mahtomedi's offense, these quarters, I know the first quarter felt like it just flew by, didn't it, Jay? And, they're just hammering that run game.
Heinz will drive this one even a little deeper than the previous one. So another touchback here. Cooper will get it back, and needing to get something going here. Obviously, they haven't done a whole lot offensively this first half. 1 first down. Howard's 1 out of 3 throwing the ball. Royals had a couple decent runs, but they just haven't had enough to move the sticks to keep the possessions, and it's just kind of all snowballed on itself.
And offensive football, as we've talked about on previous telecasts, it's rhythm. It's all about rhythm, getting in rhythm. And also, Joe Russell gives you that factor, when he gets on the edge and he can pass or run the ball.
Howard will flip it out in the flat. Nice move by Matthews, and he'll be out for a first down as he was split out. They went 5 wide there. Empty backfield and a 14-yard gain. We said last week it was only Matthews' second catch of the year coming in the state quarterfinals that went for a touchdown, and they get a nice start to the drive here.
Probably their best offensive play, I think, Jay, so far. And a nice safe pass, too, from Jackson Howard, and get Matthews out in space where he can do some damage.
Howard will hand it off. Here's Reese. Reese getting a block from Connors, and back-to-back first downs here for Cooper. And they're fired up as they finally get the ball moving a little bit here.
Yep. I think that third touchdown definitely got their attention, Jay, for sure, as it should be. Yeah, as it should. And, as I said, got a little rhythm going, moving the sticks. And now they're coming trips to the near side here, 3-by-1.
Howard handing it off to Reese, and 3 guys are waiting for him. J.P. Johnson squaring him up, and there was not much chance that one was going to succeed, so a loss of 3 on that play.
Yeah, they definitely had that one stuffed from the get-go. I'm just kind of wondering out loud here, Jay, if you're going to see Jackson Howard maybe pull one of those and take off. That might have been one where he maybe should have.
2nd and 13 now for Cooper after the loss of 3.
And we got trips again to the same formation, really.
Howard looking deep downfield for Connors. He's going to run it, and he'll be brought down just short of the line of scrimmage there.
It kind of looked to the right real quick, then went back. I like the progression there, but Mahtomeda's defense, though, closing in on him.
Yeah, he was looking toward Connors, and he was not open. I mean, if he was going to throw that ball, it was going to have to be a jump ball, you go, come and get it, David, type thing.
Right.
He was covered.
We'll see if they stay in that 3-by-1 formation here. I was going to say this is not a bad time for screen, but 3rd and 14, not sure. 3rd and 14 is a big mountain.
Timeout, Cooper.
Timeout, Cooper. Their second timeout of this half.
Well, we said Jackson Howard, one of the highest recruited Minnesota players ever. He's a junior this year, and his dad was showing me when we were at practice all the messages he was getting from Alabama.
Wow.
That tells you what kind of level of, I mean, just basically everybody around the country is very interested in him.
I'm guessing they're not recruiting him as a quarterback either.
No, I would guess not, but he could play a lot of different spots.
They really can, yeah. And it seems like defense is definitely, I know he can be, he's made some nice grabs at tight end, does a good job. I think defense is kind of his forte, don't you think?
I feel like it's definitely trending that direction too, but we'll see. I mean, everybody has different, he's capable of playing quite a few different spots, I think, for sure.
That's right.
But I would agree that he might be a standout more as a defensive player.
Well, we've got kind of a light box here, but 3rd and 14, he typically wouldn't run the ball.
Howard has time, throws complete to Williams, and he'll have enough for the first down. He stumbled after the catch, but he still got enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, nice job of sliding Williams across the kind of a mesh play across the middle here, and nice job. Yeah.
Good protection
Howard,
there.
yeah.
Had a clean pocket to throw. I thought at first the stumble might leave him a little short, but he stayed on his feet long enough to get there. Howard wants to go deep with it here, throwing down the sideline and looking for Camden Royal. Well covered, though, by the Zephyrs, and it's incomplete.
They actually did have crossers underneath that time, and they may come back to that. I don't mind the call, though. Stretch the defense a little bit.
Yeah, and you talked about it earlier, too, that Royal's such a good receiver out of the backfield.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's that dimension that he brings that not all teams have.
So a 2nd down and 10 now from the 42. Going to go to the ground this time to Reese. Shakes the first tackler, spins out of another, and then wrapped up at about the 35. So give him 7 or so on that one.
Really impressed with Reese. As I said, you know, it started for me at least. I know we, you know, had some previous games. Really started for me. I thought he was really one of the bulwarks last week against Alexandria. Really running the ball. He's just not going to go down. He's not going to go down a lot of times just with one tackler. He's a slasher.
Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the half. 3rd and a long 3 for Cooper. I think this is definitely going to be 4-down territory here no matter what.
Oh, for sure.
Back to Reese. And he has stood up and dropped. Tried to lower the shoulder, but instead it didn't work out. His loss got the better of it there and on that collision, and he also had 2 more guys to help drag him down, so no gain on the play.
Yeah, not a lot of creases for Reese on that one. And what we got here, 4th and 3, so very makeable kind of situation here. Connors as a single receiver down the near sideline here, Jay.
Gonna keep it on the ground. They go to Reese on that one and going nowhere. Zephyrs will take over on downs. Nice stick there defensively from Mahtomedi by Cody Dvorak. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised with the call there. That
yeah, I am too.
Went with a straightforward handoff.
Yeah, it didn't look terribly different than the play before, did it? I mean, it may have been. Maybe the blocking was different or whatever, but
Mahtomedi had the right alignment for it, though. You watch that replay, and when he got the handoff, I mean, there were 3 guys that were, I mean, basically one blocker to try and take care of 3 guys.
Right.
That one didn't have much chance. But you don't know that before the play starts necessarily either. And we'll get a flag down here as a procedure penalty.
Against Mahtomedi, I'm leaving early again.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. Number 15. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Interesting to see what Mahtomedi will do here with, they've already got a 21-point lead and football on their 32. How aggressive will they be?
Right, and if Cooper can get a stop here, they do have 1 timeout, Jay, and I'm sure they'd like to get 1 more possession this half. They cut into that Mahtomedi lead.
Brandt tossing it back to Hull. Hull puts on the brakes, makes a nice little cut. Wow. When he first made that cut, I thought, well, I don't know how much that's really going to help him, but it was tricky enough that he was able to cut back inside of a couple of defenders there.
Yeah, it was really a nifty run by him at the end there, wasn't it? And this is basically at the outside zone play, and yeah, kind of a nifty cut there. And I'm not quite sure if that was Caden Donahue or Jason Lynch that got a key block there, Jay. It's either the center or the guard.
Back to Hull again here. This time pretty well defended. He'll be down at the 43, so leave him with the 3rd and 4.
It seems like Mahtomedi is going to be possibly satisfied here to pick up a 1st down and maybe, as you said, go in at half at 21 zip. But
well, and keep in mind too, even though they didn't lose any of them, they have fumbled 3 times, and what you really don't want to do is give Cooper the ball in your end of the field here with another opportunity. I agree. I think.
No, that's right.
I mean, if you can break one, yeah, that'd be great. But I don't think they're going to do anything real out of the ordinary. I don't think Brandt intended to keep this one. I think he wanted to hand it off, and the mesh point wasn't there, and he'll be brought down after a short gain. There is a flag down on the play.
It almost did look like a busted play there.
I kind of think so. It looked like, because Brandt, when he turned, it was like, where are you? Looks like this is going to be against the Zephyrs.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cooper will decline it.
Holding. Offense, number 55. The penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
So it'll bring up 4th down. Not terribly often that you see a holding decline.
No.
But I think Cooper's hoping to get the ball back.
And I think on a previous punt, I'm not sure if it was just a little bit of a missed kick or if Cooper actually got a little bit of a hand on it, but they were close. Remember, I think it was Dante Williams coming off the edge, and he was close to blocking it. If I'm Cooper, I think I'm going to go for that again. I'm going to go for some type of punt block situation here, especially given the time and the fact we've got Cooper has 1 timeout.
Mahtomedi is going to be in danger of running out of time here. Hull is the punter. Yeah. Connors is back deep.
I think they're just going to take the penalty here, Jay. Well, they didn't have any timeouts anyways.
Dead ball. Delay on the offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So that presumably, not that it was likely anyway, but that probably changes the possibility of running a fake there. If you were headed with 4th and 3 or something, you might, but.
And we've got Connors deep, Jay, here. Okay, that could be interesting.
Hull driving it out of there, trying to keep it away. Connors bounce back toward the middle of the field and will be down at the 20.
And you could read Connor's body language there. I think he was hoping for kind of a little bit of a Sunday hop there, and it seemed the ball seemed to be trending that way, and then it,
Footballs can bounce in many different funny ways. I agree. I thought the ball was going to go out toward the sideline, and that's what David thought too.
And it's definitely been bouncing the Zephyrs' way in this first half.
So only 26 seconds ago, Cooper gets it back at their 20. Howard will run it here. I'm not sure. He bobbled it a little bit. I don't know if that was supposed to be a handoff to Royal. I think maybe it was. But Jackson Howard will pick up 4. And that may be the last play of the half here, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to let it go here, Jay. Go in and regroup. Well, we've seen Cooper come back before.
Not the first half they were looking for. Hawks will trail at 21-0 at halftime as Mahtomedi winning the field position battle, able to keep a couple of balls that they fumbled themselves too, which was big, but doing a nice job of executing. They've certainly had a huge edge in time of possession as well. So we have come to halftime of this State Class 5A semifinal. Our score, Mahtomedi 21 and Cooper 0. We'll have first half highlights and more here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to US Bank Stadium as Mahtomedi leading Cooper by a score of 21-0 here at halftime as we take a look at some of the highlights from that first half of football. And obviously the Zephyrs have kind of had things going their way here as they get a nice run from Beersdorf just short of the goal line. It leads to Brandt pushing it in on the sneak, and that gave them a 7-0 lead a little past the midway point of the first quarter. And the second one was an interesting one. Watch Hull. He'll fumble right at the goal line. And after a lengthy review, they ruled that it was indeed a fumble, but that Hull and the defensive player had simultaneous possession, which goes to the offense, so it counted as a touchdown, 14-0 Zephyrs after one. And then they get a nice little play action and flip out to the tight end, Morrell, hauling that one in. Another look at it from the other end zone there. A nice touch by Grant floating it over. And a 21-0 lead for the Zephyrs. You see Cooper only 55 yards of offense in the first half. Mahtomedi's had some short fields to work with, so their numbers offensively aren't staggeringly good either, but they've just had the ball most of the time. You see about a 6-minute edge in possession time, which is a half of a quarter in the high school length. Penalties have been a bit of a problem for the Zephyrs, but obviously it hasn't hurt them too much overall on the scoreboard. So a 21-0 margin here for Mahtomedi. Cooper was down 10 at halftime last week. They're going to need an even bigger comeback if they're going to come back and win this one. We'll take a timeout here. 21-0 Zephyrs, the second half coming up here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Play is a touchdown. Next play is like.
Welcome back here to downtown Minneapolis, U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings and the home of the semifinals and finals in the MSHSL football playoffs. Heinz kicking off here for the Zephyrs. He has had touchbacks on all of them, and he'll have a touchback again here as he drives this one about 8-9 yards deep in the end zone. So Cooper has had to start, and field position has been a big part of this game, I think, Joe. Mahtomedi has had much better average start to their drive than Cooper has.
Right, it's been a huge factor as we talked about over halftime there, and he almost drove that one out of the end zone. But you're right, it's not as if Mahtomedi has just gashed their defense, but they've been kind of opportunistic and kind of did what they had to do, and this will be obviously an important series, even though it's early in the second half. An important series for Cooper coming up here, Jay.
Howard will hand it off to Camden Royal. Royal pile moves forward for about 5. Royal was coming back out of halftime, walking with the trainer, and kind of wondered if he was further banged up, but he's at least back in there and starting the second half here. Again, he missed last week's game against Alexandria with an injury after getting hurt early in the Armstrong game. And if you're just joining us, you're seeing Jackson Howard at quarterback for the injured Joe Russell. Howard flips it out, complete to Connors. Connors trying to make a move on Loss, but Loss stayed with him, and he'll not get the first down, as he's stopped at about the 28 and then driven backward. Good defensive play there.
Yeah, very, very good defensive play by Lawson. We've seen Connor make that move and just leave people sort of in his dust, haven't we, Jay? And kind of gives him a little dead leg there, but Loss was not going for it.
Third down and a couple here for Cooper. Drive to start this third quarter, trailing at 21-0.
And I think Cooper did have that nice drive right prior to the end of the first half where they got a little, maybe 3 first downs, get some rhythm. We'll see if they can do it here.
Here's Howard keeping it himself, ran into his teammate, but he'll easily pick up the first down out to the 35.
That's a little bit more of what I expected from, we got a guy down again here, Jay.
That's Williams.
Looks like he's in push-up position, but he's not going anywhere. What I was going to say was with Jackson Howard. I expected a little bit more because, you know, he's such a presence, such a physical presence that you know, he can run inside like that. And I thought we might see a little bit more of that.
There's, oh yeah, I see his teammate actually. Lahr came out, and Lahr's head hit at the side of Williams' knee and kind of knocked him down there. And I think Lahr is being tended to by the trainer as well. He might have gotten a little bit of a, you know, whiplash or shot to the head. Oh boy, insult to injury. I mean, two guys, teammates run into each other and they're both shaken up.
Really kind of had the effect of a chop block, I thought.
Yeah.
Didn't it, Jay? It kind of, you know, looked like a proverbial chop block.
Now they're looking at Lahr's hand anyway, which I don't mean to downplay that, but better than head or neck.
Yeah. I wonder if Willie Howard's thinking, we got a little bit of a mash unit going on here today, huh? Maybe just a little bit. I know it's part of the game, but well, they do have a first down though, Jay. Let's see if they can build on that.
Andre Woods in at that left tackle spot here for Cooper. Lahr heading to the sideline.
Mahtomedi playing very tight man-to-man defense here.
Howard looking deep downfield for Connors, and Loss intercepts it. Well covered, and Loss had inside position, and he'll come up with the pick.
Yeah, I think Jackson Howard was looking at Connor all the way on that, and as you said, Loss had total inside position on that. Again, not to downplay the intercept, but basically it was like playing catch with Jackson Howard on that one.
Yeah, he just got his hips turned and ran right with Connors and was in great position. And then it was kind of just a battle for the ball, and Loss went up aggressively to get it, and he'll come down with it at the 30-yard line.
I almost feel like in that replay, I almost feel like with Jackson Howard's body language, Jay, that he kind of knew it almost after it left his hand.
Zephyrs football at the 30 to Hull on the counter. Took a pop, but keeps moving forward there and will gain about 4 as Colley came up to make the stop there, and Hull stayed on his feet. He was kind of backing up. He'll get a gain of 4.
Right. At this point, Mahtomedi will take 4 all day long and keep the clock running, of course. That's their game anyway. Second time they've run the counter. A little more success than last time. Last time Cooper stuffed it pretty good.
Grant will hand off to Hull. Diving forward, he'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Mahtomedi lining up in a 2 tight end set that time, and you know, just kind of a grind out play. That's their trademark, though. They've done that for years.
So 3rd and 1 here for the Zephyrs as they try and keep this drive going. First possession of the second half for them after the interception.
9 in the box for Cooper.
Gonna give it to Hull, and he's not gonna get there. Just too many bodies to block. And the surge will knock him back. Loss of a couple on the play and bring up a punting situation for the Zephyrs. So Cooper getting the stop they desperately needed right there.
Really good stop by the Cooper D, and getting the ball back. Pretty good shape. Still plenty of time left in the 3rd quarter if they can do something with it.
Keith Bureau coming on as Connors checking out, and Hull back to punt. They've had a couple of snaps that have been a little bit high on these punts.
Yeah, this is going to be close again. Well, they did get this one off.
Bureau will watch it bounce, and he's not going to have a chance to play it. It does take a little bit of a Cooper hop. We have a flag down as a couple guys mixed it up a little bit away from the play. Didn't really see it, just kind of saw the aftermath. Right. I don't know if mix it up's the right word. They were going at each other, but within the framework of the play here.
Okay.
See if this might be a hold or.
Not a particularly great punt. Cooper with decent field position.
Holding on the receiving team, number 2. But during the kick, that penalty is enforced from the end of the kick. First down.
So Reese called for a hold there.
There goes that field position.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's too bad. No.
Back to the 23, so Cooper will get it for the second time after the long downfield throw was intercepted last time they had it.
If I'm the OC for Cooper here, Jay, I'm going to start going for a little more intermediate passing game.
Here's Royal, and Hull comes up to meet him for a loss. Hull jumped that one and was unblocked and got there in a hurry.
Well, he sure did. Wow, he just kind of saw that gap and zipped through there. Even before Royal could really get rolling at all.
Be second down and 13 here for Cooper.
Second and 13.
I'd like to see Cooper show a little bit more sense of urgency, Jay. A little bit, kind of spending a fair amount of time in the huddle.
Howard's going to dump it off to Royal. Royal makes a nice move, breaks a tackle, and finally brought down out near the 40-yard line as they'll have enough for the first down.
I like that call a lot. That's nothing really more than a long handoff, Jay. It's a safe pass for Jackson Howard. Nice touch out there. Get Camden Royal in space and let him just do his thing.
See a nice little move there and then kind of overrun a little bit before Woods finally brought him down, a gain of 20.
Yeah, I think rather than go vertical like this, hitches, swings, little drag patterns, little mesh patterns. I'd like to see Cooper do a little bit more of that.
And I think we had a false start. One of the interior linemen kind of lost his balance leaning forward there.
Dead ball. False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. Second out.
Still first down.
Still first down.
So first and 15 now for Willie Howard's crew, as it's just kind of been that type of day. They
Yeah,
just
it has.
haven't got a lot going. Howard fakes the handoff. He'll swing it out. Dante Williams.
There we go.
Took a pop, and that's going to be a penalty.
Yep. Yeah, the
I don't know if it was a
in.
late hit or more of a
Targeting.
yeah.
Huh?
headshot.
Yeah, I think so.
Penalty marker down.
I'm sorry, Reese, not Williams.
Yeah. Again, nice touch on the ball by Jackson Howard. Led him. Didn't have to slow down at all.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Williams. And he's still down on the field. I saw Reese standing there.
Okay.
Second guess myself a little bit. I think it is going to be a personal foul against his efforts.
Illegal helmet contact on the defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So first down on the 15-yard mark off. Yeah, it's a fake to Reese and throw to Williams, and then second guy in comes up, up top with the hit up high there, William Harris. Yeah, two different officials threw it, and Williams slow to get up.
Yeah, Will Harris.
He isn't up, in fact.
Helmet to helmet there, and yeah. Which is going to be okay.
Williams has taken some bit of a beating here today on a few different plays.
Yeah, I think I feel like we've seen this, kind of seen this before with number 3 walking off like this, haven't we? I do like the play calling though on the positive side for Cooper. I do like the play calling last 2 or 3 plays, kind of getting their athletes out in space. And again, not trying to go so vertical. Mahtomedi playing very soft, particularly up top. I think that might be Piero up top. I'm not sure, Jay.
So here we go from the 44, the Zephyrs. Handoff goes to Reese, and the ball comes out. Looks like Cooper's got it, though.
Yeah, I think
Mahtomedi had this situation a few times in the first half where they recovered their own fumbles, and same story will hold true here, and that's kind of nice. Ryan's had that penalty a moment ago, and this time you'll get a fumble recovery. Yeah, Reese definitely did fumble it.
Will Harris was in the neighborhood, but Cooper was able to recover.
Oh, now Reese is going out holding his wrist. Trainer having to go from one guy to the other here. It's just been that kind of day.
There, Connor's singled up at the bottom of the screen here, Jay.
Howard fires, and it's intercepted by Woods. Woods might have a chance to go, and they are not going to catch him. Touchdown for Woods. Jumped that route and
he sure
was
did.
off to the races.
I almost felt like he kind of baited Jackson Howard a little bit on that one. I'm not sure, but yeah, well, Gunnar Woods. We talked about him in the first half, his contributions on special teams, and now big play on defense.
Boy, and he really showed some wheels too there. He just nobody really closed ground on him once he got had his steam back the other way. He was gone.
Kind of deer-like, wasn't it? Just really flying.
So Ryan trying to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up and good, so Heinz knocks it through. 5:56 to go here in the third. It's now 28-0 Mahtomedi.
There we go. Yeah, as you said, he saw that slant coming, and
And at about midfield, you could already see there was not much chance they were going to catch him there.
no, he was gone. Almost had that similar momentum when he caught that punt. Remember, I mean, he just he didn't score on that one, but as you said, he's man's got some wheels. I feel like there might be a little film study in that one too, Jay, where they maybe seen that slant from Cooper before, and he's in the right spot. He got himself in the right spot.
See if Heinz can continue his string of touchbacks. I wouldn't bet against it, as how deep these last ones have been.
The ball just explodes off his leg, doesn't it? It really does. It's pretty impressive, really. And as you said, there's got to be some college coaches that are aware of that.
So once again, Cooper starting at the 20, which has been the case pretty much all day here, and trying to battle back a little bit. It's definitely not looking like their day so far here.
No. But again, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them go route 9 route vertical. They had a little something going with the intermediate game and the short game.
Hand off here to Royal, and a nice gainer. He'll pick up about 9 on first down there, brought down by Samuel Gary.
I think sometimes, Jay, teams abandon even, and right now they're getting a little bit of a licking, obviously, or maybe more than a little bit of a licking, but they I think they abandon it and just start going for broke, and don't really want to see Cooper do that.
Back to the ground here to Royal. He'll have the first down with these. Brought down by Dvorak.
Yeah, again, get your offense, get some rhythm going, move those, get those chains moving.
Sticks move, first down.
I think what you said, though, running it is still okay, but getting in and out of the huddle a little bit quicker, they need to do. And I think they have been on this drive at least.
They have. Yep, definitely.
And now, though, a false start, I believe.
Dead ball. Full start. Offense not set for 1 second prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
1 step forward, 2 steps back, huh? I know that's big time cliche. I don't know what else to say there. It's just, they get get a little bit of momentum going there, and not good. And the clock is running. I'd almost want to see him go 2 minute the rest of the game, Jay.
Back to Royal, and well defended. He'll have maybe a yard or so, but Hull coming up to meet him there.
I see Reese coming. I think that's Reese. As you said earlier, too, it's a little tough to see the numerals sometimes. I think we got Reese in the game here.
Yeah, Royal checked out.
Camden Royal blow here.
Loss of 4 seconds.
Just about to say, maybe get Reese back in the game and let him do his slashing thing a little bit. We're get him the ball on the swing. Check down.
Howard throwing it out, complete. There's Reese, shakes the first tackler, and then forced out of bounds about the 43. He'll be a couple yards short of the first down.
I like that. I like that a lot. I thought Reese was a pretty good receiver. That's why I made that statement previously. I thought he was a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. And again, dangerous out in space. He can shirk tackles.
So 3rd down and 2 for Cooper as we go under 4 minutes to play here in this third quarter. They trail at 28-0. Back to Reese on the ground, and he stood up and will not get there.
That was an interesting play from the get-go there. Right at the very end, they had a corner blitz on, Jay. And it was just a little bit too late for Jackson Howard to see it, but literally Connor was left by himself. So we'll see if they pick up on that at a later time. Connors, I'm sorry.
Be 4th and 2, and considering game situation, no hesitation obviously to go for it here.
No. A different formation in the backfield.
Handoff goes to Royal, and he is stacked up, and he's not going to get there. Johnson and crew able to stuff it, and Mahtomedi will take over on downs.
By the Zephyrs, Mahtomedi takes over on downs.
You mentioned this. I'm not sure about that play call either, Jay. I don't know. They've had some success running inside the tackles, but on that one, maybe I might have gone back to the swing. Maybe a little boot with Jackson Howard running.
Well, and I think I talked about this last week. Teams, when you get to these kind of spots, you're faced with, I'm guessing most of the year Cooper, when they needed to, could get it by handing it off to Royal.
Oh, sure.
And so then you start to think, well, we don't want to get away from what we are and what we've been doing too, so.
Right, that's true. Yeah, and you don't want to second guess, every play.
Beersdorf will pick up a couple here.
That's also big time where they're missing Joe Russell, because as we've said too, he's so great on that rollout, and he pulls the ball down, and he can very easily pick up those 2 yards.
The other thing you kind of forget about is not only do you not have him in there, but then you also don't have Jackson Howard at tight end blocking the heck out of whoever's in front of him.
That's right.
Or maybe being a receiving threat too.
I thought about that earlier when you told me Jackson Howard was going to be quarterback. That's fine, but then you take him out of his comfort zone at tight end, where he's just a vicious blocker there.
Beersdorf picks up about 5 on that toss. And so we'll leave them with 3rd and 3 here at the Cooper 35. Zephyrs dominating this one. They lead at 28-0 here, late in the 3rd.
And in no hurry, Jay. No hurry. Why would they be?
Although in this scenario, the clock did stop when he went out of bounds.
Correct.
Fake it to Beersdorf, and it's going to be Brandt picking it up. And out of bounds, that's going to be a late hit on Cooper as the push came after he had crossed the sideline, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit late there. A little bit late there by Deshaun Ricks, I believe, Jay.
Kind of a frustration penalty, I think.
I think so, too.
It wasn't like a really hard hit, but
Dead
I
ball.
think it was clearly
Personal
late.
foul.
Right.
Defense number 2. 15 yards at the end of the run. First down.
No, I think that has frustration written all over it. Nice fake by Brandt, though.
Yeah, and it's actually Reese, yeah.
Was it Reese? Okay.
Yeah, it was far enough out that even though he didn't fall down or anything like that, I think you got to make that call.
Yeah, I'm reading body language right now for Cooper, Jay, and it's not good.
Yeah, frustration, I think, is definitely set in. So Zephyrs football, first down at the 15. Brandt will run it himself, and he meets up with a lot of guys in white jerseys. Ricks was there first.
First guy tackle, and the next 2 or 3 try to strip the ball. That's the play there by the Cooper defense.
Loss of a yard for Brandt on that play as we'll go under 2 minutes to play now in the third. Zephyrs trying to punch one more in and kind of seal this one up.
And you know, from here, not sure what they're going to do, of course, but from here with Heinz and that explosive leg, not saying it's guaranteed for 3, but he definitely can reach it from here.
They're going to end up using a timeout here. I don't know if they weren't getting the play in they wanted, but smartly enough, let the play clock go down to 1 before they call timeout here.
Mahtomedi.
At least
First
eat up
timeout in
as
the
much of
second
the
half.
time as they can.
Yep. Smart play by the Zephyrs. And also at 28 zip, I mean, you never know, but probably thinking, hey, may not need those timeouts late in the game, right? Although they were having a little bit of trouble with the play clock in the first half, as you recall.
So it'll be second down and 11 for the Zephyrs out of the timeout. 1:30 to go here in the third. Brandt fakes the handoff again, rolling left, wants to throw, and it is dropped. So he got it out there to Arlenson, the fullback, and I think he was thinking about turning upfield before he hauled that one in. It was possibly slightly underthrown, but definitely catchable.
Yeah, very catchable. Pretty nice touch here by Brandt, really.
Oh yeah, very nicely thrown.
Yeah, you're right. Turned his head there and catch the ball, young man, and then go. It does stop the clock. Cooper's favor.
Mahtomedi is going to be up against the clock again here, it looks like. Very late getting that play in. They're going to have to use another timeout.
Yeah.
And their
Timeout,
coach is
Mahtomedi.
not happy with
Second timeout, this half.
Not pleased at how long that was taking. And he's also telling me, hey, we've got a play clock to look at here, which, let's be honest, in most high school stadiums you don't. So
That's correct. Yeah, and that's a real bonus.
So look at the last poll in Class 5A. Mankato West, who's in the other semifinal, and they beat St. Thomas Academy to get there. And Andover was ousted by Rogers. And Rogers in a number 5, and Cooper was at number 10. And Mahtomedi was not ranked. They had the same record as Cooper. It was interesting. Spring Lake Park's in there at number 9. Mahtomedi got whooped pretty good by Spring Lake Park, where Cooper took it to Spring Lake Park. So a couple common opponents, Simley being the other. And, you looked at that and, well, Cooper, but it doesn't look that way today.
No, not today.
Grant fakes the handoff and then throws it incomplete as the rush was coming. Gonley getting to him. Are you surprised that they went to the air a little bit here?
I am a little bit surprised. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, and not sure. When you're having some success running, even if you don't pick up the first down, you keep the clock rolling, and yeah.
Well, and not completing that little pass in the flat changed things, I think, for them too. Because if they get that, they've got probably 5-6 yards at least.
And they're in the high red zone, very high in the red zone.
Heinz will come on, a 33-yard attempt. We've seen that he's got plenty of leg, and he will knock this one through. So a minute 15 to go in the third, and now 31-0 Zephyrs as Heinz drills that field goal.
He sure did. Those are the exact words I was going to use, Jay. He just drilled it. And now I'm looking down here at Coach Metchel. I think he's still steamed about that delay of game. He went out there and made his point. And you're right. I mean, we're talking about that. Some high school stadiums have made the expenditure and gotten the play clock, but right here, it's right in front of you as a quarterback. It's right in front of you.
Heinz will kick it off, and again has been perfect on touchbacks here.
Yeah, I think Mahtomedi on that last play, a little bit too cute by half there. Just run the football. Keep the clock moving.
Connor is going to field it at the 1-yard line, so this time not a touchback. Connor's out to about the 20. Ironically, they'll end up at exactly the 20 again.
Right.
Despite having that run. The other thing I was thinking about for Mahtomedi on that third down play is you've already got the big lead. Grant got hit pretty good when he got rid of that football. You already got to be thinking about, we're probably going to be in the prep bowl. Let's not expose our quarterback to hits like that if we can avoid it.
I agree. I think we had a game earlier this year, didn't we, Jay, with Cooper when they had a big lead. I think it might have been in the second half against Armstrong, possibly, or whatever. And they left Russell in there, and you and I were puzzled about that a little bit. Yeah, you got to take care of your signal caller, especially you get that next game coming up.
Hand off to Reese, and wrapped up there by Dvorak. It'll be a gain of 3 for Reese.
Rush of 3, 2nd and 7.
Winding down toward the end of this third quarter here, under 50 seconds to go. Zephyrs were up 21-0 at halftime. They've added a touchdown on an interception return and then that field goal by Heinz to extend the lead to 31-0.
Got Camden Royal at the top of the screen here, Jay.
Going to throw it up deep and knocked away. Royal ended up getting his hands on it too, as did the DB back there, deep covering for the Zephyrs as break up by Rollinger there.
Yeah. Just for a moment there, might have had a chance.
Rollinger with the got his hands on it, but
Camden's such a good athlete. Kind of just, yeah.
Timeout. Cooper.
Cooper's going to end up using a timeout here. Third down and long coming up.
Jackson Howard, a little bit of a gimp there, a little hitch in his get along, as they say. And I think he's going to be fine, but probably got decked a little bit after that ball, after that pass, I'm guessing.
got Dante Williams.
And Deshaun Ricks, I believe, yes. Okay.
Williams looking like he's probably done for the day, holding that right arm.
A 2-by-2 situation here, Jay. Swinging the back out of the backfield.
Howard throws, and Piero couldn't hang on to it. It was a little bit behind him, but he was kind of looking around where he might be going to go next there and couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, I think he had a chance. Maybe should have caught this ball. Those are the kind of patterns, though, that I like from Cooper. Those drags across the middle. Yeah, very catchable.
And again, Williams being injured means Connors has to punt.
Connors is the left-footed kicker, I believe, right, Jay?
Yeah. This time, not going to be able to field it, and it takes a bounce back toward the line of scrimmage, so it'll be Zephyr's ball at Cooper's 48, and 14 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Just not the kind of day that the Hawks were hoping for, obviously, here. It's kind of interesting because these, I think in particular, the smaller classes where they don't, where they don't reseed, it's every section winner, it's already pre-aligned. You do tend to see a few times where there's some lopsided scores, and it's kind of interesting how, obviously both these teams have had very good years and similar records and all that, but today at least it's been all Mahtomedi.
It really has been.
Hull has plenty of room to run, makes a spin move. Connors hanging on, but Hull kept the legs driving and will have enough for the first down as he picks up about a dozen. And that probably will be the last play of the quarter here.
That's the classic Mahtomedi just drive play off the left side. Just want to bang you over there.
So we do reach the end of the third, and our score after 3 is Mahtomedi 31, Cooper nothing. The fourth quarter is up next. Welcome back. We change ends here to begin quarter number 4. Mahtomedi will have it first down and 10 at Cooper's 36, already leading at 31-0. Brandt under center here is going to hand it off to Beersdorf and keeps the legs driving. Colley and Ricks will wrestle him down at inside the 30.
And on that play, Jay, Cooper actually shifted into where Mahtomedi was going to run. So it just shows you what a good job the O-line from Mahtomedi is doing in terms of doubling up to the linebackers. And nice gain by Mahtomedi, even though Cooper maybe even had him outnumbered over there.
Second down here inside the 30 at about the 29. With the toss out to Beersdorf. Beersdorf thrown down, but he will have enough for the first down.
He really banged his head off the turf there too, Jay.
I noticed that scene.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's up. Kind of bounced off of there, didn't it? The one thing I will say about this turf, it's fairly forgiving. Having coached here in 2 or 3 games, not like the old AstroTurf, which was like carpet stretched over concrete.
First down now at the Cooper 22. Grant will hand off to Beersdorf. Maybe a couple.
Yeah, tried to pick his way there a little bit, but Deshaun Ricks kind of finished off that play. But again, I don't really think Mahtomedi, they've got enough points obviously to win this game, but I don't think they're interested. They just want to keep kind of maybe pick up another first down. They're in Heinz's range again, by the way, and probably don't want to get any more delay of games.
Grant faking the handoff, now rolling to his right and just flips it out of there and incomplete. This one, they're going to take a look.
For intentional grounding,
yeah.
okay.
Not going to be though. So 3rd and 8.
Sometimes the smartest play you can make as a quarterback is to just get rid of it, not take the sack. Obviously, you don't want to do the intentional grounding. You've got a receiver in the area and just throw it out of bounds, throw it up in the stands.
Going to go on the counter here to Beersdorf, and he is wrapped up and dropped. Tony Colley, the freshman, sticks him there for a short loss.
Really nice play by Colley coming on there, scraping down and making that tackle. I wasn't expecting a pass from Mahtomedi on that one.
So it looks like they'll be looking at field goal again here as Heinz comes on. He'll be trying a 38-yarder here. And his kick is up, and it is good again. What a great kicker.
He's money, isn't he?
34-0 now, Mahtomedi.
And the young man has an explosive leg. What a weapon. Obviously not today, but you get in a close game, my goodness.
Now there are, let's face it, there are probably about half of high school teams who almost aren't going to attempt a field goal even. They just don't have the kicking game to do it.
Right.
But obviously this is a weapon that you could use. And like you said, today it's not needed, but it sure could be at some point.
And again, like we've said a few times in this telecast, what a weapon on kickoffs by, pinning or making Cooper go potentially 80 yards, 80 yards, 80 yards. There was the one return by Connor, but they defended that very well. That's the thing too, as on special teams, when you get a guy like Heinz, you don't want to get lulled into this that he's going to kick it every time like that. But Mahtomedi was disciplined enough to stay in their lanes and stop Connors. They brought Hull out of the game, probably smart, get him off the field for special teams.
And this will be another touchback. So Cooper will start it at the 20.
And we know how much of a weapon Connors can be, don't we? I mean, we've seen him take kicks back, or at very minimum, a lot of times set up Cooper with great field positions after kickoff return. So, yeah, Heinz is doing a great job for the Zephyr defense today. 2-by-2 situation here for Cooper with the receivers.
Howard throwing complete to Connors. Trying to break a tackle, and he will be very close to a first down. And looks like he will have enough. Football right at the 30 and a gain of 10.
Did a nice job of not going down along that sideline there and shrugged his shoulders a couple times. Almost a face mask there situation. But yeah, nice job, Mike. You just haven't been able to get him loose today.
Here's Royal with the gap to run through. Shakes off a tackle. Royal on the sideline. And finally run down by Jake Larson. Got a huge pickup there for Camden Royal. Be about 35-yard gain.
They finally did shake number 6 loose. And yeah, he's dangerous out in space. Is this the deepest Cooper's been all day, Jay?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Pretty
and
close.
Also the biggest gainer right there for them as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Howard, little hitch, then throwing it up deep, but Connors, I think they were quite on the same page there. That one not near him there, so 2nd and 10.
I like the little pump fake situation, but yeah, just nowhere near Connors. Well, if nothing else, Jay, you know what? You want to try to avert a shutout here and, you know, get on the board.
Reese taking the handoff here, tried to bounce it to the outside. He'll be stopped after a gain of 3.
Looks like we got Royal coming back into the game here, Jay. And they're going to put him as the number 3 guy in the trips formation. Actually, they're empty. 5 wide.
Howard hit as he throws, and this one is going to be intercepted. Larson grabbing it, and Connors makes a nice tackle at the 10. Or, I'm sorry, not Connors, but stop there by
Ryan Meyer.
Yeah.
You know, I was actually just zeroing in on Camden Royal on that, and as you said, Jackson Howard was hit, unfortunately, but Camden Royal was running free down the field. That's unfortunate.
See Larson with the stop here, and then his job to square him up there and make the stop by Meyer. So Mahtomedi will get it at their own 10, 7:59 to go. Larson coming up with the play, and he had the tackle on Royal to at least limit the long run to 35 yards a moment ago.
I think they're going to take your advice here, Jay, and they're bringing Sam Gary into the ball game. Get Charlie Brandt out of there.
Zephyrs having to use a timeout, though.
Yeah, get those substitutions in. I think Beersdorf is still in the game, but they've taken Charlie Brandt out of there. Get him out of harm's way. Coach Metzel in a film this week is going to talk a little bit about these delayed games. You know, typically in the beginning of the year, you know, preseason scrimmage, maybe the first game, something like that, they're a little bit more prevalent. But usually by this time, you've got that cared for.
Beersdorf now out as well as they go with the toss. Colley coming through to close strong and
big stick.
Yeah, puts the heat on Beaumont.
Welcome to varsity football. Yeah, pretty wholesale changes as I'm looking across that Mahtomedi front there, Jay.
Yeah, and I think wisely so. I mean, you don't need to take chances on injury this late in the game. They've kind of got things wrapped up.
Yep. And why not give these young men who, you know, probably are on the scout team all year long, why not give them a chance? Oof.
Yeah, that might have wanted to hand that ball back. Dorsey arriving right as around the time the football did there.
He sure did. Now, if they don't make this first down, which I'm thinking maybe they're not going to make this first down, but it'll be interesting if the twos can actually get into punt formation and get a punt off.
Go back with the toss, and that one going backward as Suburbs makes the stop there on Beaumont.
Here comes punt one. Yeah, I kind of have to do that.
So they'll be kicking out of the end zone here.
And you got to be a little bit careful. Well, let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Going to be Joshua Hogan punting.
Kind of a short punt formation, actually, Jay. Not as deep as I thought he would be.
Connors will take it at the 38. Breaks through a tackle, and Connors all the way down near the
15.
Finally, some good field position for the Hawks. Probably too little too late, but they'll take it.
Spotted at the 17, actually, is where he stopped here. 5:49 to go in the fourth. Cooper down 34-0, trying to get on the board late here. Zephyrs have substituted liberally down the stretch here, though.
Yeah, defensively here, I think they pretty much have their twos in here, Jay.
Give is to Royal. Keeps the legs driving as he was wrapped up down low there by Blake Feedy.
What a thrill for these. Like I said before, when you're on scout, and you also can't underestimate how important the scout team is, Jay, all year, running the opponent's plays. What a thrill for him to be on this field.
Back to Royal. Royal trying to step through a tackle. He'll be brought down about 2 yards short of the first down as he got inside the 10.
And the Zephyrs really substituting pretty liberally now, Jay.
Third and a couple at the 9 here for Cooper. Back to Royal. Royal, stiff arm, gets to the outside. He'll be brought down. This could be, maybe not. It looked like close to a horse collar tackle.
It was close. Yeah, it was close.
Royal breaks it outside to the 4.
I'm kind of impressed with the Mahtomedi substitutes on D here. They're giving up yards grudgingly here, Jay. I kind of thought with Cooper having the ones in that they just might skate right in there, but it's not happening.
First down at the 4. Cooper getting late in the play clock here. And let's see. Might have used a timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Good
Cooper,
timeout.
second timeout of this half.
Been a heck of a season for these Hawks. You know, today, obviously, understatement to say it didn't go the way they were hoping or expecting. And that guy, Joe Russell, their 3-year starter at quarterback, what a pleasure he's been to watch over these years. Not able to play today due to injury and suffered in that Alexandria game. But, you know, still a lot to be proud of for, you know, it's disappointing when it ends like this, but they did some great things this year for sure.
They did.
Here's Royal. Royal's going to get in for the touchdown, and Cooper is on the board late.
Hey, yeah, going back to your early statement, they definitely made strides this year, Jay, huh? he's previously, what was it, 20 years, 20 plus years?
25 since they've been in.
Yeah, so that's a big stop. I know they're going to be disappointed as they take that bus ride back, but they've definitely made strides.
Garcia on to attempt the extra point here. And his kick is up and good. So 4:01 to play, and Cooper on the board now, trailing at 34-7. Royal straight up the gut.
Yeah, good double team on the outside there. And a nice little seam for Royal.
Now we'll see if Cooper will be looking for onside kick possibility here.
Well, Mahtomedi does not have their hands team in, Jay. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that myself. I see a sharpening up his onside kick skills, but I don't know the way they have it lined up there. If I'm the front five of Mahtomedi, though, I got to be ready for just about anything right now.
Gonna drive it on the ground, kind of in between levels there. A hit as it's returned to about the 30.
Big stick right there, wasn't it? So who's at the bottom of that pile?
Chase Sather on the return.
I think that might have been Prince Wallace there, maybe? I'm not seeing the numbers super clear. It's either 68 or 69, Jay, I'm not sure. Nice hit, though.
I'm sorry, Gunnar Sather on that return. 29-yard line is where Mahtomedi will get it here. 3:57 to go in the ball game. 34-7 Zephyrs.
Last night we had two Sathers, spelled the same, pronounced differently.
Yeah, I remember. Hand off here. Ponder will make the stop on Beaumont, as he will pick up about 6.
Yeah, nice little gain on first down. Looks like Cooper has substituted their D.
Beaumont will take the handoff again, and spun down by Conley. Pickup of a couple on the play here. I think the Zephyrs, in an ideal world, they would just like to get a first down or 2 and just run it out here, not,
I think
give
so.
the ball back.
I think so.
They don't need to score again, but
I did notice that Sam Gary's definitely picked up the play clock, and he's kind of looking right at it, although he's going to snap it.
And Conley coming up. It's 22 on 22 there, and he'll make the stop short of the first down.
Deuce is wild there, Jay. And yeah, so we have, yep. And here comes Zephyr punt 1 back in the game. I'm sure they would just soon not be making another appearance, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Hogan is the punter again. He had one previous punt.
Very returnable here, Jay. Whoop.
tackle slipped. Returning that time for the Hawks is Daylon Gurley.
17, Daylon Gurley.
So Cooper will get it back, presumably for one final time here. A minute 43 remaining.
I was watching Coach Metzel a little bit during that punt. He's still coaching real hard down there, Jay. No matter what the score.
Chance Wicks will be in there at quarterback for Cooper. Handoff going to Colley. And Colley out for a first down out to midfield there as he'll pick up a dozen. Colley is, boy, he's already a really good player as a ninth grader. He's kind of a star of the future for them.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, I've been real impressed with, and I kind of forget that that he is a ninth grader or 10th grader? Ninth grader, yeah. He plays much older than that and much bigger than that. He'll strike you.
Takes the handoff here, but this time pretty well defended as Javon Harvey coming up to meet him there for the Zepps. And he'll get about a half yard.
Yeah, I've been impressed. I've been impressed by the way he comes up on defense and just gives a lick. Does a really good job. We're going to be hearing a lot from Colley in the future, as you said.
Takes the handoff here and stacked up. Once again, Harvey making the first main contact there. Pickup of 3 more. As we are under 50 seconds to go in this one, Mahtomedi is going to advance to the Prep Bowl. Good all-around performance by them here today.
Kind of somewhat business-like, I thought.
Yeah,
Jay?
they just kind of took control of it early and never let it up. Here's Colley bouncing off bodies and now bouncing it the other way. Stiff arm there.
Good stiff arm by Colley.
And he'll be shoved out at about the 43. Well, maybe a little bit further than that, 41. Looks like they're going to mark it, so 4th and a yard. 20 seconds, he did go out of bounds, so there's time for at least one more play, maybe more.
And I'm thinking they might hand the ball to 33 again, Jay. I'm not sure.
That's exactly what we'll get. Colley spilling forward. Now the clock will stop briefly for the moving of the chains here, but then it will rewind again. And they may not get another snap away, or maybe they'll get one more. 35-yard line, the spot here for the Hawks.
They may get this off.
Back they go to Colley. Shrugs a tackle and then is knocked out of bounds, and the game will come to an end. And it is Mahtomedi rolling into the Prep Bowl with a 34-7 victory here over the Cooper Hawks. And Joe, as we said, I mean, not the way that Cooper was, playing this one out in their head or thinking it was going to go. But you still have to give a lot of credit to the season they had, the new steps that they made as a program, and they're looking to continue being in this kind of a spot, and they hope this is the first of a few times that they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, and no excuses. I'm sure Willie Howard will be the first to say we're not gonna make excuses. But I just think without Joe Russell today, Jay, I just think that was a tough situation, tough deal. And he brings so much to their offense. Not saying that if he would have played, Cooper would have won or anything like that, taking anything away from Mahtomedi, but that's missing Joe Russell was really tough to overcome, I think.
So congratulations to the Zephyrs as they move into that Prep Bowl to take on the winner of our other semifinal between Rogers and Mankato West. And again, congratulations to Cooper on a strong year. They'll end it at 9-3 and into the semis for the first time ever. That'll do it for our ball game here today as Mahtomedi rolls in this Class 5A semifinal. For Joe Basil and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. So long from US Bank Stadium.